Hello everyone, I am here today with another Bloons tower defense video. I want to do a quick little guide for Dark Castle Chimps. It's one of the expert maps, but it's generally considered the like entry level expert maps, or even like advanced maps that are harder than Dark Castle in a lot of people's opinion and mine. It's not a super hard map, especially if you use some of the more dominant strategies, but I want to do something more fun. I want to use Ezili. She doesn't get used a lot in a lot of Chimps modes, and one thing that's cool about her is that in expert difficulty, heroes level up a lot quicker. In like all harder maps, so like expert heroes level up quickest, advanced, and then intermediate, and then beginner, they level up really slowly. So that actually lets Ezili like be more relevant in expert maps because she. The main thing that's good about Ezili in Chimps mode is that she can solo clear the BAD. But yeah, I'll just jump into the actual start of the map and like the general gameplay and begin. So let me hop into that right now. Click. So I made sure to turn auto start off for the first round, and you're gonna start with a Dart Monkey sub, and this is actually a really like tedious round. Sometimes the sub just misses. The best advice I can give is first put your Dart Monkey on strong and just kind of put his foot on that little dirt path, like his right foot. You see the little brown spot right there, and then on the sub, just kind of jam it like as close into that corner as you can. And you might get it your first try. You might go 10 tries in a row without the round clearing, but you do that and it eventually will work for you. Usually if you see all those balloons pop right there, you're good. Sometimes you'll miss on that last balloon right there, but after that you're good. Next you're going to set up another Dart Monkey, just make your life a little easier. This one's not super pixel perfect or anything, I kind of just put them right there-ish. But after that you can turn on auto start because it's not like there's relatively no threat. Sometimes, like very rarely, you'll die on round 8 or 9, but after round 6, like that's actually one of the harder rounds in the map. Going with this strategy, but you're gonna save up your money and get twin guns. Don't get longer range, you will die if you go for that first. More particularly, you'll die in like round 12, 13, 14-ish if you go for longer range. So get twin guns and then go right into air burst starts afterwards, and you should be good there. Yeah, so right as round 13 ends, grab air burst starts and you're good. Then you're going to grab longer range a little bit around. Sorry, I had to cut a little forward there because I got a call from a friend. But you're gonna cut in with longer range at the end of round 14, and then actually I recommend turn off auto start just for a second. After that way you can take your time placing Ezili down. Let's turn on the music for myself. But that way you can take your time placing Ezili down because round 17 isn't very long. So take your time. I like to place her just... Do you see where that little bottom left leaf is as I'm placing it? I place her right over that, basically. So I used to place her right there, but now I'm placing her basically where that bottom left clover is. And that should be good. Make sure to put her on strong. That way she'll put in the most damage on Moabs later on in the run. You can put her on first at the start, but I keep her on strong for the entirety of the run. And then after that, you can grab Advanced Intel. You can actually grab triple guns, but Advanced Intel is a little bit more consistent. Going for that first. And then grabbing a... on round 21, we are going to grab a Alchemist Monkey. And that's going to allow you to... Sometimes if you go for the Advanced Intel and then triple dart, and not the other way around, round 22 can, like very rarely can end the run. But if you grab the Alchemist Monkey before round 22, you I have not had it drop a single time. So just place them as close as you can to the sub. We're going to need to cram a decent amount of things into this space, so, you know, just be mindful of it. After that, feel free to turn auto start on for a few rounds. We'll actually be turning it off fairly quick afterwards. But next thing we're going to do is just get triple gun. Nice and safe. Upgrade our general DPS a lot at this point. Sub is a great early game tower and great mid and late game if you build around it, but great early game. So right here on round 27, turn off auto start because the way Acidic Mixture Dip works is that he'll throw it immediately if he gets the upgrade. So if you wait until the end of round 27, grab a Sigma extra grip and then upgrade it between 27 and 28. You'll always pop those leads way more consistently. Just a little consistency thing, helps a lot. After that, just grab yourself Berserker Brew, and then, sorry about the little cuts, I was in a call with someone in, made me have to do a couple weird cuts, but after that, grab Berserker Brew and Perishing Potions, and then after that, actually grab Eyesight on the Dart Monkey. I end up grabbing my glue early. It doesn't matter, you can still beat round 33 without the Dart Monkey, but makes it a little safer. But yeah, I accidentally grabbed the Glue Monkey just to get him placed down, but I realized right away, I'm like, oh wait, I didn't grab my Advanced Eyesight for my Dart Monkey, so this glue is going to be literally useless this round. I realized right away. So yeah, grab it Enhanced Eyesight, that way, just in case, on the yellow balloons, you don't grab it. But yeah, just do it in the reverse order of what I did there, and it won't, like, again, you still can get through it, so it's not too scary, but do it that way. Then you're going to grab Bigger Globs and Glue Soak and Corrosive. Make sure your Glue Monkey's on Strong. He's going to help a lot with rounds like, oops, sorry about that little notification. So make sure you grab that. It's going to help a lot with like 36, 37, stuff like that. And then get yourself a Stronger Stimulant. You're going to have a lot of power on your triple gun at that point. And you're going to go up to round 39, where you're going to get yourself a Super Monkey. And that should handle the Moab. Very rarely will the Moab get past the Super Monkey plus the triple gun. It actually almost does here, because basically what happened, the only way the Moab doesn't get through is if the Alchemist just decides he doesn't want to throw to anyone. When sometimes the Alchemist does that, it's an annoying thing, but, you know, what can you do? And then basically just get that Super Monkey as close as you can to the Alchemist. Jam his ear right into the back of that Alchemist's head. Make it incredibly uncomfortable for both of them. And afterwards, the Moab will go down. And I'm going to take, like, round 40, the 40s rounds, like, round by round, just so I can explain the village placement and the placement of everything and why it's important. But after that, the Moab should go down. Eventually, I'll start the round here. There it goes. And nice and easy. Moab goes down, and you can get yourself your first village. First village, super easy. Just place it directly above the Super Monkey. Incredibly easy, just right there. And then you're going to upgrade that to a 002 village. That way it makes your upgrades cheaper. And then you're going to grab Knockback and Ultra Vision on the Super Monkey. You could probably greed the other village as well, because we're going to end up grabbing 2 of these villages. But, you probably could greed it, but I didn't want to risk it, and I knew the money added up anyways for what I was going for, so, because I tested it before. So grab Knockback and then Ultra Vision, that way you don't get absolutely bodied by camos and just grouped balloons in general. And then after that, we'll go ahead and grab our other village, which we are going to end up putting, just like to the upper left of the, other village, so it's like just slightly up and to the left of it, like I said. And again, we're going to go for the same basic idea. Keep it in range. This one, just make sure it's in range of both the Glue Monkey and the Super Monkey, and you'll be fine. Those are the only 2 that are super relevant. And then just like give yourself as much space afterwards as you can. So you get those, grab your other discounts, and then you're going to upgrade your bottom right village to Jungle Drums. This is just going to give you that damage to get through these like mid 40 rounds and late 40 rounds. In particular, 47 and 49. Super, actually can be fairly scary rounds if you don't have, if you're trying to greed your stats, which is what I'm doing right now. Then you can grab Laser Blasts because round 49 actually can be a threat to this if you don't do it properly. If you do it properly, it's fine. It's not a worry at all. But grab Laser Blasts, end of round 48-ish, start around 49. Yeah. And then after that, grab Glue Splatter. I was actually a little late on grabbing Glue Splatter. I was just like not paying full attention, unfortunately. But grab Glue Splatter, and that will make round 49 go more consistently at the start. Because like the start around 49 can kind of, you're going to see it here in just a second, a bunch of ceramics pop in all at the same time. And Glue Splatter just makes it more consistent. After that, go ahead and grab yourself Plasma Blast, and then you can turn on Auto Start, because nothing's going to get through at that point, and get yourself Sun Avatar on round 59. So, big jump in time, but afterwards, Sun Avatar is just going to put in a lot of work. And you're going to start working your way towards Balloon Dissolver. Nothing's really a major threat to the build for a good amount of rounds here. Round 70, like 2-ish is when you need to start paying attention again. But yeah, just work your way towards the Balloon Solver. And on round 75 is when you kind of got to pay attention again. After that first Moab goes, and that first fortified Moab and that BFB breaks is about when you want to use the... Actually, no, it's right when you're about to pop that second fortified Moab is when you're going to pop Ezili's ability, because a bunch of clumped up BFBs can be kind of scary, so just pop it there. Then pop your Regrow Walker on 76 and you should be fine. Then on 77 you're going to do a similar thing. We're going to go through like all of the late game just to make things as safe as possible for you. So 77 is last round before we get Balloon Solver, so feel free to use your Ezili. Just make sure you don't lose to the 4 BFBs. As soon as the first BFBs popping is when I use mine, and it worked pretty good there. Use it to jump between, kill the innards of the balloons. Then get yourself the Balloon Solver, and then right away, as soon as you get that first wave of 78, not an issue at all, because Balloon Solver is going to destroy it, but we don't have a radar on our glue gunner yet, so make sure you grab that in between the time, basically after you kill that first wave of the round. Grab yourself the radar scanner and you will be good to go. Grab yourself primary train as well. Give that Balloon Solver just more range, more pierce, more projectile speed. Exactly what it says on the screen there. Just make his job a little easier. And next thing we're going to go for is going to be an Ice Monkey right beside the Balloon Solver. Pair them up because we're going to be getting Icicle Impale. Very great ability, one of the best in the game, especially on single path tracks. So just start working your way towards that. Don't even worry about grabbing Enhanced Freeze yet. You want to get Icicle Impale as soon as you can, which is going to be around 87, I want to say, if I remember right on the recording. But get Icicles, and that's actually going to help a decent amount with like the group. But Balloon Solver and Sun Avatar aren't going to let like rainbows or anything through, even in infinite numbers. Keep in mind that Ezili, her Moab Hex is going to be pretty important, especially for a lot of these late game rounds. It's going to help clear out the innards of the balloons, that way they don't clump up and break through. So use it right away on the ZLMG and just take him out. That way you don't even have to worry, because ZMGs can be a bit of a threat to a build like this, especially since we don't have Icicle Impale to slow it down yet. It can really like clump up the BFBs near the end, and they can just push one balloon through, which is all it needs to take you out. So partway into round 81, basically, as soon as you get the ability, go for it, and you should be fine. Actually, no, I didn't go for it here. Never mind. It's all good. All good. Don't sweat that. That's right. You want to save it for 82 is why. So again, more BFBs just in large numbers. Use Ezili's ability a bit into the round. Yeah, as soon as you see the fortified BFBs on screen, you can use Ezili's ability to clear out 2 of them and just make your life way easier, because you don't want to deal with all those innards, because it is scary. So 83 comes. It's just a bunch of ceramics at the start. Not a worry at all. This is like the hardest counter to super ceramics possible. Sun Avatar plus Balloon Solver plus later Icicle Impale. Then Moab's also not a threat at all, really. So just kind of a good money income round at that point. And round 84 is where the next threat, I want to say, comes in. Next Moab Hex we use. Let's see. I'm not 100% sure. I think we might save it. Because just regular Moabs at this point, and then some BFBs. I want to say... Oh, no, I use it. Yeah, so use it on the BFB. Probably could use it even earlier than what I did right there. But... Nah, that time works. I know it works because I beat the map, but that time works because then 85 is 2 ZOMGs, so get ready to do that, and as soon as Ezili's ability is back, be ready to activate it. Right now. There we go. So you get the second ZOMG, and nice and easy. Afterwards, 86 is fairly simple. It's got some 4 or 5 BFBs, which is scary, but thankfully they're kind of spread out, so they're not gonna all clump a bunch of Moabs in at the very end, and it mitigates the major worry of fortified BFBs, which is them all clumping together. So 87, pretty simple. Just going to use the Moab Hex on the ZOMGs. Wait a little bit for it. That way, you can have 2 of them go down with the Moab Hex instead of just 1. Because potentially that can happen. And then grab Icicle Impale as soon as you see it. I was a little late on it, but as soon as you grab Icicle Impale, you're good. Grab the Enhance and Deep Freeze. Next thing you're going to do is grab the MIB afterwards, round 89, end of round 89 basically. And now we got the main defense. We got the Sun Avatar, the Icicle Impale, and the Bloon Solver all going. And we are going into the end of the run. Scariest part of the run is always rounds 90 through 99 usually, because you usually know if you're gonna beat the BAD or not. But even round 100 can be kind of scary. But grab the MIB at the end of round 89. Afterwards, you're gonna see me kind of check around because I was making sure everything was set on strong / first. That needed to be Ezili on strong, even though I knew she was. But Ezili on strong, Bloon Solver on first, all that stuff. You're gonna see me check in just a second. DDT is not a threat at all. So yeah, I run through the gauntlet of towers, just double checking everything, seeing where everything's at, making sure that you'll see that I kind of look at that Dart Monkey for a second because I thought I had upgraded him to Enhanced Eyesight, but I didn't. But now I know. Like for the future reference that you don't have to. So pretty nice to have, just to know. Afterwards, we are going to grab ourselves a stronger stimulant, I want to say, for the Icicle Impale and Bloon Solver, just making them do their thing more. And just get through these early 90 rounds, not threat really, because the early 90 rounds are basically just easier versions of the later 90 rounds. So we're going to grab ourselves a stronger stimulant with Perishing Potions for the Bloon Solver and Icicle Impale, and also to a lesser extent he'll probably toss it onto the Sun Avatar every now and again, potentially, and Ezili even, but just is going to improve their overall damage per second and just what they're doing, and just gonna help the team out a good amount. Alchemist, just obviously a great tower. Use her Hex partly into round 92, just kill out those ZOMGs right away. Probably didn't even need to use it for those ones, but you know, smart to do it safe and correctly. Next, we're going to get another Alchemist, but this one is not going to be a stronger stimulant. It's going to be an unstable concoction, going to cause those massive chain reaction explosions and just make our lives way easier. So after you clear out 93, again, DDT is not a threat at all. Get unstable concoction and larger potions, and it's just going to make our overall damage way stronger for these later 90 rounds. Next thing we're going to do is get ourselves a Mortar Monkey. Again, a little bit after you see, as soon as you start seeing them start clumping up in the middle area is probably when you want to use her ability. Or just as soon as you see the ZOMGs appearing onto the path. That way you clear it out. 95 isn't an issue at all. Icicle Impale plus Sun Avatar kind of destroy the round. And we're going to work our way towards a Shattering Shells. Great for rounds 96 and 98. And 99 as well. And just going to slowly upgrade that. Oops, drop something. But yeah, 95, not an issue at all. As you can see, at certain points it looks like it's getting close, but Icicle Impale always clutches it out and beats 95. We're going to get Shattering Shells partially into round 96. So just spam click that as soon as you can. And you'll get it, and he'll be popping all those layers. Afterwards, you can activate your Moab Hex basically as soon as you see the ZOMGs on screen if you want. Yeah, there it goes. Pretty easy timing for the Moab Hex. Just kills all those, and you pretty much have everything you need. At this point, I was doing some quick math to figure out if I would be able to get Ezili's final upgrade, which I am able to. And realistically, actually, I probably made a mistake or two here. I probably could have just grabbed some a spike factory with like Moab spikes, but I go for a boomerang. Pretty safe choice here. Figure the Mob Press Boomerang will stall the rounds out a little longer, and is probably just the way to go. So it takes me a second to, decide. I'm like, do I want to go that? Do I want to go another unstable concoction? Really, none of them probably would have been a bad choice. I also even could have grabbed an Ice Monkey below, on the bottom path to potentially grab a ceramic that leaks through. But I end up going with the Mob Press on strong with the, there we go. And I actually could have grabbed Faster Throne and Faster Rains, but I don't want to risk my money right away, because I knew 97 and 98 were actually the only real rounds remaining that I had to worry about. Here, I actually, in hindsight, probably didn't need to use my Mob Hex, and probably made 98 a little scarier for me. But it still works in the end. And I also have a couple thousand left over, so I probably could have grabbed a different tower or two. But here's where it gets kind of scary. Probably should have grabbed Balloon Sabotage instead of the Moab Press, if I'm actually honest. That probably is what I should have grabbed. But you're gonna see it gets pretty close. But just activate Mob Hex as soon as you can, and you will clear it out, and pretty safe. Definitely grab the Moab Hex, or not Moab Hex, Balloon Sabotage instead of the Boomerang, and you should be set. But Boomerang still worked, so if you want to go with them, go for it. Get that, and you are good for the BAD. Nice instant kill. Always satisfying to just see the BAD drop to Ezili. One of the coolest things about the hero, and one of the things that makes her really unique. And hey, I got a 023 Ice Monkey. Works well with, that's what I was using, so always fun to see that when you get what you're playing with. But that was Dark Castle. Again, a lot of people say it's a fairly easy map, and in context of things like #ouch and Bloody Puddles, it's an easy map. But it's a great introductory course to see how some of the harder maps in the game work. Here I'm gonna check the stats. I want to say the Sun Avatar probably had the most pops. It's a Sun Avatar, so it usually does 374, right? And then Sun Avatar's 540. There's no way anything else. Maybe Ezili, but 90,000. He was around for 6 rounds. Sun Avatar, great tower, fantastic tower. Actually made the Shattering Shells just because of the way it works mechanically. Its pop count is always weird to see. But that might have more than the Sun Avatar. I doubt it, though. Because 2 million pops is around... Yeah, only 90,000. Okay. 2 million pops is... Or it's a little over 2 million pops is rounds 1 through 100. But, that was the map. Went really well. And I was glad to beat Dark Castle. Do a quick black border on it. Didn't need any restarts or anything like that. Really satisfying to see. And... sorry again about those weird cuts. Like I said, I was in a call with a friend, so there was a couple times where I was pausing off and checking. But black border on Dark Castle. Definitely the major swap would be to grab a Balloon Sabotage instead of the Mob Press, but the Mob Press worked, so whatever. But that was Dark Castle. Use the guide if you want. Realistically, use Oben plus Druids. That's better or Oben plus Grandmaster Ninja, or just Oben plus pretty much anything. But it's just a way easier way to beat it. But I wanted to do something different. I do have another video where I did I think Haunted or Cornfield. It's either Haunted or Cornfield with Gwen gonna peen there. But I think it was Cornfield with Gwen using Sentry Paragon, the newly buffed Sentry Expert. Tried that out, and pretty fun, so maybe I'll upload that next. Obviously it's a much easier map than Dark Castle, but is Cornfield easier? Yeah, Cornfield's easier than Dark Castle. That's rude to Dark Castle. Dark Castle has some tough stuff to it still. But that was Dark Castle. Thanks for watching, and I will see everyone in the next video, which will probably be a Pokemon video, but I'm trying to get into more of a balance between the two, hopefully soon. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see everyone with either the next Bloons video or the next Pokemon video. So bye bye.